Hey, so I may not be a huge Power Rangers fan when it comes to the TV shows like this particular show. I did not like it all, Operation Overdrive, but I always loved the Megazords because I am a huge robot fan since I was a kid in the 70s, raised to love Shogun Warriors and other giant robots. This is a long title for his name, so I'm going to have to just put it in the title because I can't even remember it from just Google glassing this 5 seconds ago. It's like Operation Overdrive, Drive Max, Battlefleet, Megazord, blah, 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 micro series. So evidently this thing comes apart. It's not just a really cool looking chunk of plastic that sits on your shelf and you can go or apply it around. Usually the Megazords this big have like these magic super features that they like you push a button and they do something. This one actually does a little bit something different according to the information I just saw, but I'm not 100% sure I want to even try it. But you're supposed to be able to take all these things apart and form the individual Megazord, or the Zords that make the Megazord. Probably the head would be the easiest thing. Like, again, this has been sitting in storage for years, and I just grabbed two of my plastic things out of the storage shed because I'm like going, I thought for some reason that the Megazords were in a plastic container that was getting crushed. And when I looked in there, it's like, no, that one's not getting crushed, but there's one that's getting crushed. So I dug down to it. And it was just like books and jeans and clothing. So I was like, okay, I don't care. Although I did want to release some of the stress on it. So I don't even know how to get this thing back into the way it was, but you can form I keep saying Megazords, the Zords, like I guess moving some things around on this thing. But overall, it looks like a really cool Megazord. Now let's look at it and do a few things that I wanted to always do. It is about 5.5 inches tall. For the rest of the world, that means it is about 13.5 centimeters tall. All right, he does have a hard time standing sometimes because he doesn't have much of a back, but he's got a little bit of kibble that pulls him back, so you just gotta be careful. He's got some dust on him from even though he was in a plastic container. When you're trying to rotate his arms, his little antenna from the side of his head get knocked on those. How did that actually play out in the show? Because I didn't watch but a few episodes and I thought it was just awful. I'm sorry if that was your favorite one, but I just thought, oh, it's so awful. So there's a wheel in there, so I guess you can rearrange it to make the fleet, like the 5 different Zords. I don't know. I remember putting this together when I got it, and I was like, good enough. He looks really cool. All right, so let's see the articulation like I was talking about. These hands, they're just steamrollers, but there's articulation there. His head is not articulated because he got these 2 little white bolts holding it down, or holding it in place. His chest piece has got guns on it, so you can't really get his legs up. If you take it off, the legs move just like they should. But then he has a hole in his chest, which most of us do, don't we? Theoretically speaking. No, I'm just being metaphorical there. All right, so there's articulation, but it's really hindered from just pieces falling off when you try to do it. Like that right there. And I really wonder if this makes 5 different things, or maybe it just makes one giant fleet ship. That's what it kind of makes me think it does. Because look, these 2 things go together. If you can get all of them to go together at one time. That looks like the back of something. I bet if you rotate this, like this and this look like it should go together. Maybe it does, and I am just not doing it right. And then, hold on. I know these arms come off. I just made them come off while ago. Okay, so my guess is that you would turn these around. You know what I should have done? I should have like done this. I bet they go on this right here because they kind of look like they naturally should. I'm just doing this from just theory. I do not have any idea whatsoever what I'm doing here. So you know how normally I look like I know what I'm doing? Not today. I just have no idea. I am just playing with it just to have fun. Just to explore and figure this thing out. All right, so I'm gonna assume those go together, and then I put that in the wrong place. There's where it should go, but would it go in this mode? Or do these things go farther back on something else? All right, so I'm gonna assume they actually stay put, although they look like they come off for a reason. Since this thing just comes off and goes back on here, I'm guessing. So, like, I guess it turns into one giant, like a SP. What's that thing in the SDF? I gotta say SPD, SDF1 from Robotech. Kind of that looking concept. It seems like. Now, where would this thing go? There. It goes right there. No, I don't know where you'd plug it in. There's like definitely little rocket engines on the back of it. Cause I'm a rocket man. All right, let me take this back off again and see if there's somewhere I'm supposed to put something somewhere. Because now the three wheels work in unison. These things actually trade places or something? Oh no, there's no way. This one's a Audi and the other one's an Innie. Well, you know what? Maybe these are supposed to make, maybe they're all supposed to make different ships. Like this is one giant ship right there. This is like a little flying thing. There we go. Kind of looks like something. Maybe this is supposed to be a flying ship, but I feel like it's supposed to go here in battleship mode. Like this is supposed to be a giant battleship. Maybe in theory, yeah, I don't know. Maybe actually this, it does come into 5 different ships. Here we go. Let's take this out. Okay. So maybe in theory, this is one giant battleship and there's like 5 little Zords. Hey, if you watch Operation Overdrive, whatever, Operation Overdrive, that's it. It was a big OO for me. Comment and let me know what the heck is this supposed to form. And I know I can go online and find instructions, but it's fun to explore. But you know what? I'd rather have it in robot mode. Let's see if I can get back into robot mode now. Because it just looks cool. I mean, it really does look cool. I'm not saying I didn't like Overdrive because of the robots. Nope. Even in the original Power Rangers, the only reason I actually tried to watch it because like I didn't want to admit it, but I liked the way the robot looked, even though I was like, it's a rip-off of Voltron. No, it wasn't. I was very protective of Voltron. I was like, it's my baby. And she's like, it wasn't my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just very protective of Voltron at the time. I did not want anybody to rip them off. And it wasn't, though. I know that now. If it was, then you could say Voltron was a rip-off of the Shogun Warriors, and then the Shogun Warriors a rip-off of, you know, so on and so forth. But yeah, just in robot mode alone, he just looks cool. He looks really cool. Even though his red head really sticks out from the rest of him, he's got the red Ranger, the pink Ranger, the yellow Ranger, and I'm guessing the giant blue Ranger one? Or maybe that was the blue Ranger because they had blue windshields, and then I don't see windshields on this big one, so maybe the black Ranger? I have no idea. Comment below if you were an Operation Overdrive fan. I did not mean to step on your shoes if I did. I just don't know much about it. Give me a reason why I should watch it because, you know, I do have the DVDs of most of the series, but I don't think I have that one, but I'm sure I can Amazon it for pretty cheap. All right, have a great day.